share lessons in leadership better than the CEOs themselves? We've got our moderator. We found the moderator. Welcome.
Thank you. Some pressures you cannot avoid. Whether ESG or not.
So I hand it over to the esteemed moderator to take this discussion forward.
Thank you. And good afternoon, everybody. I know it's very late for the lunch and we are running late. So the first thing I would request all my panelists, without much ado, we have 4. Keep it short and simple, maybe 5 to 7 minutes each. But this is a CEO leadership dialogue, and I know, let's talk about the strategic resilience, what has been done, how you led, and basically looking at, we were discussing in the earlier session, sharing of best practices, but that was at the international level. But here I would dwell upon, request you, share your experiences, some good experiences, even the challenges which you faced in implementing, because we all could learn from each other. And with your very vast experience, it is important for us to learn. So basically, I would start with Mr. Pandya. He is the Chief Advisor on National Strategy and State Leadership of India Water Foundation, and he's also Managing Director of the Dian Group of Companies. What has been the most difficult challenge as a CEO that you faced, and how you resolved that, and how you think it was it delivered?
Okay, just to clarify, this is not Mr. Pandya, this is Mrs. Pandya.
Yeah, sorry. I realized it very late. I got distracted.
It's fine. Like I say, I'm his better half or the best half, so it's fine. I mean, it's perfectly okay. Now, even before I begin, there's something that I really would want to share. You know, we've been talking about crisis management, water, climate, all of that. And we have really highly educated people here, and I consider myself lucky to be a part of it. We have great policy makers, great, when it comes to technology, when it comes to all areas. But in spite of having everything, we were talking about climate changes and farmers not getting, or water changes. In spite of having the best of everything, and in India we really do, the only reason why we're not able, or I personally feel we're not able to make a change, is because of the scarcity mindset that we have. Even when it comes to something like water, we have started treating it as a commodity. So when something is a commodity, we take it, use it, finish it, get over with it. Till we as individuals don't make a relationship, be it with water, be it with climate, be it with anything, it's impossible for us to really move forward. Having said that, what I mean to say is, so just to give you a brief, I'm actually aura practitioner also. So I really understand how nature works, or how energy really functions. Having said that, our universe is actually designed to work through creation and destruction. So anything that's used in excess or not appreciated will get destructed, and that's where we are. So if we really want the climate change happening to our betterment, we want the water to be saved, there has to be a personal relationship with water, which was happening earlier. Earlier, we all had a very pious relationship with water or with environment. We treated it with respect. Because we have failed is why we are failing. Now, to answer your question as a CEO also, uh, again, the difficulty I think that most CEOs have would be implementing every thought process that they have into or getting it into action. If I relate it to even this, what I just said, it's again because we take it as a policy, we take it out, we tell people you've got to do this, you've got to do this, not really understanding are they really aligned to it, not really understanding where are they going to benefit from everything. So anything and everything, according to me, till a personal relationship is not formed. You know how we talk about marriage? A marriage can only work if there is a really personal investment. In that same way, a CEO cannot function or cannot succeed till that relationship is not formed. Be it with people, be it with environment, be it with anything around.
Thank you, Ms. Pandya. Thank you very much for bringing this dimension and ending it with your experience that, yes, having appropriate relationship, and especially when you are a CEO sitting on top, is very, very important. If people below could see and that relationship brings the trust, then it's easy way out. Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult. Let me now turn to Mr. Amit Kumar, Chairman, AI Engineering Services Limited. What I would like to dwell upon, even as a CEO, your difficult and maybe some successful stories. But nowadays, with these ESG goals and reporting and KPIs, now earlier the companies were only balance sheet, how much profit you make and then stock and other things. And now, slowly the evaluation of a company is also shifting towards your ESG scorecard. So as a CEO, how do you think, where is the balance? What has been the challenging circumstances, if you can dwell? Or you are free to share any of your experience in this regard. Thank you.
Well, thank you, and all the esteemed panelists of DIAS and all the delegates of DIAS. Let me say that ESG as a reporting tool, I don't think it's a correct measure. As Ms. Pandya shared, the relationship with environment becomes very important. A company like ours, which is into aviation, it becomes very important for us to understand how do we green our energy chain, because it's a requirement. I don't see it as a ESG program or a project. And why I say so is that complexities across the world is the mother of invention. Today, sitting here, everyone realizes that fossil fuel has become very important. Today, the Brent is 82.5, which was just few days back 60. Geopolitical systems has, created a big bottleneck in the supply chain, and therefore it becomes very important for us to utilize the natural resources diligently, and also ensure that it is used in the right way. And if we see that India as such is moving at a great pace, aviation sector is booming. We are asked to utilize SAF, the Sustainable Aviation Fuel. Of course, it comes at a very high cost. So, and modernization of the aircrafts to reduce the fuel consumption. That also comes at a very high cost. The older aircrafts, the leasing cost is much less. So all this, you know what it is resulting into, particularly for aviation sector. It increases your cost. hits your bottom line. But it does in a short term. But as a long term, it is giving you a greater benefit. Recently, we have started a project at one of our stations at Trivandrum, where we are installing solar panels on the hangar, on top of the hangar. And the similar exercise we intend to do at other hangars as well. Along with storage, battery storage. So 24/7 shifting to greening of our energy chain is something that is now being built in the ethos of the company. Another subsidiary of mine, which is a ground handling, one of the largest ground handlers, AI Airport Services Limited, we are shifting to EVs. But I have an issue with reporting. We do everything, but there's multiple reporting. As a global company, you see, you have standards of, European standards are there. You have Indian standards, GRI is there. So the cost of, reporting impacts. And therefore, what I realize is that maybe this forum can help in uniformity of standardized reporting across the globe. That will really help. And the second thing is the benchmarks. I mean, you have a net zero target of, in the country we have on 2070. Aviation sector has 2050 as a net zero target. That's a good benchmark, practical benchmark. But what I believe is it should be more of how much fuel fuel utilization I have reduced per hour of flying. How much I am able to utilize less of fuel, more of transport. So all those things need to be built in. I don't know how it will be done, but it needs to be done. And further, I would like to add, the KPIs need to be very practical for industry-wise. So that's my limited point for you.
Thank you very much. I think it's a very interesting takeaway from here, and I think Arvindji is here. Having these multiple reporting in multiple forms, multiple is really a difficult task, and therefore, if a standard or a minimum benchmarking can be adopted, which you do at one go, and then I don't know whether this reporting is done digitally or you have to do in a physical form. I mean, if it's digitally done, then it's better. You sit in the office, do it, and it goes to everybody. But okay, that's a good point or a key takeaway. Now, Ms. Anjali Makhija, who is the CEO and trustee of M Sehgal Foundation. Anjali ji, I have a question from you. As a CEO as well as a trustee, how have you seen this transition going from the normal when there was no ESG, there was no sustainability, and now transforming into it, and not only the challenges, but how you think that as a CEO you would like to have some kind of a long-term goal to be achieved, or what needs to be done?
All right, thank you very much. So I just want to mention that even before the ESG came into force and even CSR came into force, our organization is 26 years old. We work only in rural areas, and the thematic areas of the foundation was on environment and governance and sustainability. So when we conceptualized the whole programs of the foundation, water management, agriculture development, and governance, participation of women across all levels. Those were the three thematic areas, and of course girls in government schools, you know, because we have to start very young. So this was very, very critical, because I know CSR came much later, and a lot of CSR funding goes into education and health. Those are the two largest sectors. But again, when they talk about health, how much of it is related to water? It's not very large. So, you know, those are the thematic areas. And so this is what I wanted to say. Now, another point which I want to mention, you know, because I didn't know what you are going to ask. This was very clear, what questions you had mentioned last night, and now I didn't know what you are going to ask. So it's very nice that, you know, it's very impromptu, so I can say whatever comes to my heart.
That's what I was told.
That's very nice. That's very nice. Very nice. So I think at the leadership position, I think, you know, the leadership promotes the culture of any organization, and it has a direct ripple effect. So we have talked about water. We work a lot on climate smart agriculture. We work a lot with women. You know, in governance, we have this, you know, intersection of women in the board. Someone was talking in the morning how many women CEOs are there, and so on and so forth. But women at a leadership role in water, women at a leadership role in agriculture. We have a climate smart agriculture, you know, program where we work on water efficient agricultural practices. In India, 85% of our water is used in agriculture. So we have this concept of Krishi Sakhis, we have this concept of women water champions, we have Pashu Sakhis. So women at all paces, they drive the programs. And no offense to men, we have our, you know, experts, Salahuddin is there, Lalit is there, Pavan is there, those are our technical. And then we have our, you know, leadership at the core, at the board level also, as well as at the management level. They drive the whole process of water in agriculture. I think that is very, very critical. That is the second point I wanted to make. And the third, I know a lot of discussion has been done on parali and crop residue management, and we all are in Delhi. We have a big project on climate smart agriculture and on crop residue burning in Kethal and Kurukshetra, and also in Punjab. So these are all intersections of pollution, it's intersection of agriculture, intersection of water and energy. For example, what works in Uttarakhand is very different from what will work in Delhi. In Uttarakhand, for example, you know, Uttarakhand, all the women are driving the development in the villages, and you need energy to, you know, pull water from the stream up the mountain. So a lot of work on solar. When we organized our, we have our own green building, I think ESG can critically play a very important role in having those norms at their own, level in the buildings, for example, you know. So critical is the participation of women. I think CSR, it is very important if CSR can play a more crucial role in the area of environment, in the area of water, in the area of agriculture. It's very, I think, critical if women can play a more proactive role in the leadership position at all levels, starting from the communities directly to the board level. So these are some of the areas on which our organization is working, and we really look forward to more and more companies who can partner and work in the area of agriculture and water. I don't know why we talk about SROI. I know that was one of the things which you mentioned. It is difficult to mention SROI. SROI is less if you take community participation. If you take women participation, SROI will be less. If you just recharge water, our SROI will be very high. These are just numbers, isn't it? So it's important to have this SROI and really work on large-scale impact and scale up the impact. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So we have one more panelist, Mr. S.A. Verma. He's the Executive Director, Environment, DMRC. So, Mr. Verma, coming from DMRC, I have a question specifically relating to you. What major strategies you have adopted towards the ESG and sustainable transition? And how have you achieved your last mile connectivity? I understand DMRC has this last mile connectivity initiative, and I have already been budged that we have to finish it off in another 7 to 10 minutes. So you have 5 minutes. I'll be your watchdog.
Yeah, thank you so much. So thank you for inviting us here and my co-panelists and people in the audience. First of all, why are we here? Because the mandate of Delhi Metro is not environment, social and all of that, and it's actually to transport people, right? So
Transport people
sustainably is added a little later. But that is where I was coming to. So the company was set up in 1995 and we started our construction in 97, 98. Almost 30 years ago, sustainability was not talked about. But back then, at that point of time, we had somebody who had vision and who trusted his officers. So I wonder if you people have had a look that in 1998, whether any organization of the size that DMRC was aspiring to be even had an environmental policy that very clearly laid out that we should not, endanger the environment even as we start to construct the metro and not to cause public inconvenience. So that was the starting point. And back then, to talk about ISO 14001 environmental management system, which is the in thing now, and even people, it's absolutely mundane now. But it was a challenge in 1998, the only organization in construction to acquire that, and then many more. But this is not going to be a PR exercise at all, because anyone of you can just Google and find out what DMRC has done on environment, sustainability, and social responsibility, and all of that. In this forum, I would like to, apart from the transitioning how we started to construct the metro and what actually happened. You see, in the railways and in the transport sector, environment doesn't take priority at all. Right? I'm talking about 30 years ago, not now.
I thought you were talking now.
No, not now. 30 years ago. So that is the challenge. That is the transition. That is the transition. See, that's interesting. So 30 years ago, there was no specification, there was no tender requirement that we could hand over to the contractor that, look, if you're going to construct a metro in the heart of the city, these are the requirements that you have to fulfill. It was developed for the first time. So that was the challenge. And you can imagine that we are in public eye all the time. So there is any small issue, the gates don't open, the gates don't close, the train stops for half a minute, for a minute, and then the hell break, all public complaints and everything. So it was much the same then also. But we were very cautious. So we started step by step. Even now, so ISO 14001, then came, if you talk about solar energy, this journey to solar energy actually in DMRC started in 2008, right? And it took us 4 years because in 2008, 2009, we were actually nearing the Commonwealth Games. So the focus was actually on completing the phase 2 of construction. That ended in 2010. And the cost of solar power was then about 17 or 18 rupees. So, but still, we had to do the homework. And in 4 years' time, we were able to launch the first solar panels in Sector 21 Dwarka. And then, of course, as they say, the rest is history. As you all know, 33% of our requirement comes from solar. In fact, during daytime, it is almost 65% of our energy requirements are met from solar. And in the next, by 3 years from now, more than 50% of our requirements will be met by solar. And we're also earning carbon credits. Coming to carbon credits, we adopted a technology which is called regenerative braking. That gave us carbon credits. For the first time, the metro or railway organization in the world could achieve to encash that or monetize that. We didn't stop there. Somebody in the earlier sessions talking about innovation and being there first. So when you travel in the metro, this modal shift happens, right? From the cars to the metro. So we actually developed a methodology for capturing the emissions. And we were the first to, generate those credits and monetize them. But this, of course, is not only true for, we did it for ourselves, but we are also doing it for the other metros, right? They can monetize their carbon credits and earn money. Yep. So, the examples can go on and on and on. Likewise, for the green building, Delhi Metro has actually developed the Indian green building standards for metro organizations. So you can keep multiplying. As I said, this is not going to be a PR exercise. We do not aspire for accreditation or for certification at all, let me tell you. We do what is necessary. And when we do it and we achieve it, we tell ourselves, so what? Because if we are happy with this achievement, we can never take the next crucial step. And just to let you know, we are now developing a standard for decarbonization, which will be adopted not only by the metros in India, but across the world. So we are actually going to standardize a methodology where we can, because the target of 2070, none of us will be available on this planet in 2070.
How do you know? Maybe you will.
2070 is a bit, it's a bit too much. But so therefore the target has to be realistic, achievable. So we are upping the ante and we are trying to be net zero, but we are also trying to redefine what should be net zero in terms of metro transport. And by doing so, we are going to create, and when we do so, it's going to be achievable, not only for the metros in India, but across the world. And then we can say that, yes, the transport is net zero. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Not much time, so my apologies. I won't open for questions or. Small may go for 5 minutes, but 1 minute, okay. Please.
₹30 crores.
Such a short question and more shorter answer. It cannot be more cuter than that. Okay. From the panelist, fire round. 1 minute if you have anything to say which you wanted to say but missed out.
Okay, so this doesn't work. This one will. So I'll just a paradigm shift I want to share. And that is that talking about ESG, rather than ESG, I'm looking at 3 things which are going to drive the sustainability. One is cost risk management. Second is operational efficiency. And third is the regulatory mechanisms. So these are the 3 things which I believe will definitely drive, and the outcome will always be the sustainability and the goals that we want to achieve.
See, I said, again, having said that, after hearing everything also, till changes are not made at the very, very basic or the core nature of human, nothing can happen. We can make policies, we can create technologies, we can do a lot more, but till the basic nature of we can have it all does not come into it. Right now we are functioning from the whole thing of I don't have it and it's not going to be available. In 20 years down the line, the world is going to crash or whatever it is. But it's just fear, psychosis that we're operating from. till that basic root level change is not made in human psychosis, I really think, you know, it's really difficult to get changes done.
Thank you. Anjali ji, half minute to you and half minute to Mr. Verma. Otherwise, they are taking the food stall out. They say it's already 2:40.
All right, so I think we need more of green budgets. We need more of green investment and green infrastructure.
Thank you. Verma ji,
Yeah, very, very quickly, not to hold you between yourself and lunch. So it is not mandated for us to at all be environment friendly. It's not required under the MOEF, but I would like to thank JICA for pushing us hard, and Mr. MP Singh is part of the journey. We not only complied with all the funding requirements of JICA, but we excelled and we went beyond that. Thank you.
Thank you. Give them the big round of applause.
Thank you for sticking to time like true CEOs and making it very much on time. So we'd like to thank and express our heartfelt gratitude to all the esteemed speakers. May I invite Dr. Arvind Kumar to please join us on stage to kindly do us the honors of presenting mementos to our esteemed speakers as a token of our thanks. Okay, so we are starting by thanking Ms. Pratibha Pandya. Thank you, ma'am, for being a part of this discussion. She's the founder of Dian Foundation. We thank Mr. Amit Kumar, Chairman, AI Engineering Services Limited. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. We thank Ms. Anjali Makhija, CEO and Trustee, M Sehgal Foundation.